Alberta Premier Alison Redford was in Fort Saskatchewan Friday, October 18th, where she spoke about local transportation issues and how her government plans to tackle them. Here are some of the highlights from her talk to the Chamber of Commerce luncheon.
Regions surrounding this community can travel around the country and around the world, where I talk about how Alberta is Canada's economic engine. But being in this region, being in Fort Saskatchewan and surrounding communities all the way up to Fort McMurray, this is the economic engine of Alberta, and that's what allows Alberta to be the economic engine of Canada, which is exciting and truly an opportunity that very few other people in the world can have. Now I know that today was a beautiful day, and quite frankly the roads were pretty open. I know that in this part of your community that there's incredible challenges with respect to transportation. And I want you to know that, I know that for a couple of reasons. One reason I know that is because I drive these roads. The other reason I know that is because you have fantastic representation in our government caucus that makes sure that we know that. The very first time that I sat down with Jackie, I said to her, tell me what your concerns are. And she said, well, let me tell you about the new bridge that we need. And let me tell you about the passing lanes that we need. And I will tell you that that has not left my mind. And Rick McIver, our Minister of Transportation, has been looking at this. Of course, we're looking at systems all over the province. But there is no doubt that in this region of the province, that the stress and the strain that you have in your community on the transportation system is fundamental to making sure that we can continue to grow. And so we want to make sure that we're supporting that. And I will tell you that right now Alberta Transportation is doing the work. We do have to do the work to ensure that we're counting the traffic flows and that we're putting in place the right plans for the future. But there will be those plans in place. Of course, there's work happening to the north of the river and the west of the river that should ease up some of that commercial traffic a little bit with the northeast section of Anthony Henday opening up. But that's not enough, and we know that, and we're going to keep ensuring that we're building the systems that you need to have in place so that you can not only, you who've lived here for generations, can not only do your business here, but also, of course, live here and have safety on your roads. And we're going to continue. We think is very, very important. But as we think about east-west, I want you to know that Highway 15 matters. And we're going to make sure that we're doing the work that we need to do to ensure that your community can continue to thrive. You know, there's such incredible work that happens between Fort Saskatchewan, between the industrial heartland, and between the capital region in general. And so we want to make sure that we're working with the counties, the surrounding areas, with the Industrial Heartland Association to develop a plan that makes sense for everyone in the long term. You know, as I said, I've only been in politics for 5 years. I grew up in this province, and I think there are times in this province when we've been ahead of the curve with respect to our infrastructure investment, our long-term thinking about the size of our population, making sure that we have enough schools. And I want us to be in the same situation again. But I think that the most important thing is to now get down to brass tacks in terms of timelines and doing that work. And I'll be quite frank, you know, I think sometimes that when people are working in offices, even as close as Edmonton, that it's not the same as being out here every single day dealing with the issue. I just want you to know that that's been and was one of the reasons I ran to be leader and premier. One of my frustrations is that even in this short distance, sometimes people forget that the decisions that are made there impact communities. And it's in my mind, foremost in my mind, and we're not going to slow down on this, I promise you.